Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about ways to reduce your salt intake, and I have a list of tips and ideas that should hopefully help you out. And this list was very long, broken up into 4 parts. This is part 4. To see the other parts and the other videos, I've got links in the description box below. If you want to see the whole list at one time, check the description box because I've got a link there to my blog, and everything in this entire subject is on that blog post, so hopefully it can help you out in a big way. In the meantime, here's the rest of the list from the other parts there. Remember that items like ketchup and mayonnaise, pickles, soy sauce, mustard can all be very high in salt. And if you're trying to reduce your salt intake, you need to be mindful of all of the foods that you ingest. So read the label, check to see what you have. Use less if needed to help keep you in line with your goals. And this is a real important one. When you're reducing your salt intake, remember, it takes time to retrain your taste buds. We get used to certain flavors, and salt is a flavor enhancer. If you're used to eating a lot of salt in your foods, high sodium foods, salt has been added in a lot of ways. It's going to take you a while to readjust your flavor sensation, your ability to taste the nuances that are in foods, rather than enjoying that enhancement that we just automatically get from salt. So you've got to bear with it for a while and allow some time for your taste buds to kind of get retrained and unaddicted to the actual salt that you've been ingesting for so long. It can't happen overnight. It takes time. If you have to, if it helps, gradually reduce your salt intake, because that can help in the retraining of your taste buds if you don't go cold turkey, so to speak, but just gradually cut it down. Experiment with some salt-free seasoning blends and add more selected herbs or spices to foods that you cook, whatever it takes to boost the flavor of your foods without adding salt. Don't feel like you need to eat bland foods, but just boost the flavor in other ways. Sometimes adding a little bit more of your non-salt seasonings to a dish can be enough to make it flavorful without the added salt. Why not try roasting some vegetables to bring out their flavor? Season them with some garlic, onions, and/or your favorite herbs and spices while you leave the salt off the list. This will be a hard one for some people, but when you're having a burger, try leaving off the salty toppings like bacon and cheese and barbecue sauce. Try adding some lettuce and tomato, or have a side salad. Finish it with a piece of fruit if you possibly can, and your body will thank you for that. Eggs themselves don't have a huge amount of sodium. One egg has about 62 milligrams of sodium, but how many people just eat a bare egg with nothing on it? Very, very few. We usually add salt and/or cheese, bacon, sausage, ham, milk when we're scrambling, and milk, yes, milk has sodium in there quite a bit. Those items all have their fair share of sodium. So it's wise to automatically think of eggs and egg dishes as being high in sodium because of what we add to those eggs. To help balance it out, you could add less salty ingredients like bell peppers to scrambled eggs, onions, or other items that you might enjoy with your omelets and your eggs, potatoes, something like that. Try some other non-salty ingredients in with those eggs, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Add some herbs and spices and some onions along the way, and hopefully it'll do. When you're shopping for seasonings, read the labels carefully. Try to avoid those that have added salt in them, like celery salt or garlic salt. Instead of those, you could choose celery flakes, garlic powder, or granulated garlic instead. Why not become familiar with foods that you enjoy that may be naturally high in sodium yet don't taste salty? Some examples include cottage cheese, yep, hard cheeses and other milk products. They can be high in sodium even though you don't detect it and you didn't add any salt to them. They can still add to your sodium intake for the day. Assorted herbs and spices can be used instead of salt when we're making or cooking our own foods. Different flavorings work well with different foods. And it might take some experimentation for you to learn which flavorings and combinations of them are agreeable with you and your family. But the experimentation is well worth the effort. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute of the National Institute of Health has a PDF document that you can print out. It's just a one-page thing. You can get it online. I'm going to put a link to this document in the description box below. I highly recommend you get it. I've got it here, and I don't know that you're going to be able to see this very well. Let's see. Right there. It gives you an idea as far as what's in there. It lists the different flavorings and what they go with very well. So, like, and in case you couldn't see it, let's say cilantro. It says use in meats, sauces, stews, and rice. You could also use it in salads. Basil, use in soups, salads, vegetables, fish, and meats. Let's see, garlic powder, used in meats, poultry, fish, vegetables, salads, soups, and stews. I think this is an excellent guide for all of us when we're trying to replace salt with other seasonings, and this can give us an idea of what options are out there that we can use that can help us along the way. I really do hope that this list has helped you out. Let me have some comments, suggestions, questions, whatever below. I do hope it helps. Stay tuned. There's a lot more to be said on this subject. Take care. Bye for now.